Hello and welcome to the second video showing the renovation of our 1970s dormer bungalow. The first video was a simple walk around showing the house just when we first bought it. This video shows one of the first major jobs that we did when we had the house. Not a particularly exciting job but quite essential. We changed all of the drains. The original survey pointed out some issues with the drains and recommended yet an specialist survey done, so we had that done. They recommended lots of repairs to the drains. But when we priced it up, it was almost as cheap, if not cheaper, to get all of the drains replaced, so that's what we did. So this video just shows the day-by-day progress of getting all of the drains changed. Obviously quite a major job, but certainly worth doing when you first move in rather than afterwards. I hope you enjoy the video.
Before we bought the property, we had a level 3 building survey completed. These used to be called structural surveys. The survey was quite expensive and generally not worth paying extra for. It included far too many caveats and far too many recommendations around further investigations. However, it did point out that one of the external drains was blocked and recommended getting a complete drain survey done. We managed to get the drain survey completed quite quickly. The report was difficult to understand at first, but it did become clearer after reading it through a few times. The summary was useful and identified several major faults. The company that did the survey quoted £15,000 to repair the drains. When I asked how much for a complete replacement, they quoted £17,000, which seems like a much better idea. However, I got quotes from other companies, and the lowest quote I got was £6,000, so it certainly pays to shop around. This diagram shows the original layout of the drains. One of the issues was that the soil pipe ran under the house and beneath the concrete floor. This obviously made any replacements very difficult. Here it is in more detail, and this diagram shows a side view. This also shows that the route of the pipe is much more complex than needed. We decided to change the layout, and the new layout shows a much shorter route, with all pipes being much easier to access. This is a quick view of the upstairs bathrooms before any renovations. In the ensuite, in the corner, you'll just about make out the original soil stack that was boxed in with the tiles.
This is day one of the drainage works and shows the amount of work the contractors have got done. Most of today was uncovering the existing pipes. You can see here these are the old clay pipes, about 3 feet long. Every time you can see a join, that's a potential weak spot for either cracks or roots or anything to get in. Here you can see the amount of concrete that's been dug out, and this is the end of the drains. There's obviously a drain pipe coming down from the guttering which feeds into this. You'll notice it's a combined sewer. That means it can take sewerage and surface water, so rainwater. Some places have separate drainage systems for that, but here it's combined. This is day two, and the contractors have laid the first section of new pipe and the first inspection chamber. This is the new style of inspection chamber, made of plastic, and they're round. The old style was rectangular and built of bricks. These are obviously much cheaper and quicker to fit in. You can see the new lengths of plastic drain pipe. And this is one of the new plastic gullies. These lengths of pipe are around 3 meters long, so much less chance of failure. They're also bedded into gravel, so any movement in the ground can be accommodated rather than cracking the pipe. And this is the final gully on the line for the drain pipe. That's the drain pipe. It was cast iron, really, really heavy. This is day three. The contractors have started filling in the first length of new pipe. You can see filled with gravel, and then the topsoil is pushed back over. Still a lot of concrete to remove. You can see the inspection chamber with the lid off. If you look inside, it's basically a big plastic bucket with inlets and outlets. Again, very flexible. To put more of the new pipe in, There's a branch there for another gully, and here it goes around the corner to the side of the house. This is another inspection chamber. You can see the rings there give you flexibility with the height. And still lots of digging to do. This just gives a view of where the new soil stack is going, just about where the ladders are. You can see I've cut a hole in the eaves. I'll get to that in a second. There you go, a hole in the eaves. So the soil stack will go up and into the bathrooms. And that's a quick view inside the eaves. This is day 4. This is the open inspection chamber with a view inside. Shows the flow going out. An additional gully just on the right. That serves the utility room. Pipes are starting to be covered now. The corner inspection chamber. Another gully. And we get back to the bathroom outlet. The outlets themselves need adjusting, obviously, to meet the gully. This is day 5, further work on the drains. On the right is the outlet from the toilet. There's no soil stack in there, but that needs to go in. This shows one of the drain pipes. That's an old inspection chamber, that's going to be changed for a new one. That's the new gully for the bathroom. Today it's been cemented in to make it a lot clearer. That's a new soil stack for the bathroom. There was never a soil stack there, so we put a soil stack in for the bathroom toilet. The inspection chamber, all this has been covered in. At the front is where most of the work's done. So this was one of the old inspection chambers, and we've moved it now to the front of the house. So here is the latest inspection chamber, that's quite new, going onto the boundary and the sewerage. Hi, this is day 8 of the drainage works, almost complete. We'll get everything done tomorrow. I'll take you through an update of how far they've got. This is the front gate, new inspection chamber, levelled off, just needs the flags remaining. New gully, again just needs rising up a bit. New inspection chamber for the toilet and the start of the soil stack. Again, all levelled off, just needs flagging. Another new gully with some temporary piping in so it doesn't overflow. It's a finished rainwater gully on the side of the house. New inspection chamber. Let's get in there. Hi, well this is day 9 and the work has been finished on the drainage. I will show you around where everything is and everything's done. You can see the garden there. Next inspection chamber for the downstairs bathroom, new soil stack. Replacement gully, another gully, another inspection chamber, new soil stack going through the roof, new gully for the kitchen. And then new drain pipe and gully at the end of the house. So that was about 2 weeks' work to get the drains completely changed. What went well with it? Well, specification was clear and helpful. I made a diagram of what I wanted and a narrative, a list of what needed doing. It was relatively straightforward to get quotes, a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. All of the companies quoting were very helpful. They all were prepared to visit, have a look and give advice early on. Interestingly, the lowest quote was £10,000 less than the highest quote, so it was very worthwhile getting lots of quotes. The contractors turned up when they said they would. The work was completed within 2 weeks, and there were no surprises in the work at all. It was obviously very messy, very disruptive, as you can see from the diagrams and the videos of the garden, but overall it was really, really good, and very pleased with the work. In terms of what I do differently next time, I have to say that nothing springs to mind. The job went well, contractors turned up. It was obviously very, very disruptive whilst they were here, but they got the job done within 2 weeks, as they said. They even came back when I asked questions about it. They were very helpful. It's made a total mess of the garden, but now's the time for doing it before we've done any remodelling on the garden. So overall, very pleased with it.